Mark Pires. And it's Real Talk!
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and help my...
We're easing our mind, we're helping our living. And it's Real Talk. I'm on live for Real Talk, guys. And I am actually showing you what it's like to do a podcast. Now, I've never recorded my podcast on video for you before, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you a little bit kind of what the process is. I basically just come on and chat. It's a little bit more than what I do on Real Talk. I just go into these topics and just let them go and see what happens. Sometimes great stuff happens. Sometimes it's just a walk in the park. But what I thought would be kind of cool, and this has never been done before, is a Real Talk with the GigBox. You know, I'm either coming on here and I'm playing GigBox for you, or I'm coming on to do Real Talk, but we've never put the two together. And to me, I think that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about everything as one. So tonight, I'm just going to give you a little taste. I'm not going to be on for long, but I wanted to give you a feel of what the podcast is like and see what it's like to throw in some original music into the podcast. I've been doing it with my recordings, but how about live? That would be pretty cool, right? So I've got my Martin with me and I've got my GigBox. And you guys know what the GigBox is, but the Mark Pires Real Talk Show is sponsored by the GigBox. We might as well tell you a little about the product. Released in the fall of 2018, the GigBox is the first percussion drum in the world for singer-songwriters. It's the first drum in the world for drummers that they could play with their hands and feet. And it's the first drum that I know of that you could play with your hands and feet, sit around in a group, connected, and sensory therapy style, just really get something out. They're on sale right now, 25% off until the end of the weekend. So get your GigBox. And tonight you're going to see why you want a GigBox. So what I'm going to do here for you, and I've been doing a lot of this lately, is showing you with and without, just so you can get a feel of what the GigBox is like. I did on the front page of the GigBox website, which is gigboxstar.com, you will see me playing Love Me 2 Times. And the first verse and chorus, I'm not playing the GigBox. It's just me and the guitar. And it sounds good. Believe me, it sounds the way it did when I used to play touring. And then right after that first verse, I kick into the GigBox. And I got to tell you guys, just go and check that version out. But I'm going to give it to you right now anyway. So. So the way I think about Real Talk, by the way, is just like a process. This just started. It's just a couple months old, guys. One of my, I've been picking up a lot of mentors online, motivational speakers, successful individuals and just the path that they've taken to get to where they are. And it gets me excited just to think about all the possibilities. But I realize that it's a journey. Nothing happens overnight. You've got to work at it. You've got to put everything you are into everything you do. And if you do that, you're going to find something within yourself. And the world will find something too that they really appreciate, hopefully. But Real Talk just started. It's going to keep going. And who knows what comes up, but you got to tune in to find out. It's every single day. But it takes time. We got to start slow and let our roots grow. That's how it goes. So I thought that would be a good start here. Play my song off of my last album, which you could hear on Spotify or on gigboxstar.com. It's called Let's Start Slow. Waiting for you to wake up your mind and share some time with me. What does my life really want? What does my life really need? Enlighten me, treat me like a storybook Casanova. I'd be in love with you, never let you go. If you feel the same way about me, just let go. Don't feel the yearning deep down inside you. Don't you know we feel the same? We effing hate the games we play. Let's start slow. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, baby. Let's start slow. Let our roots grow. Let our roots grow. Let our roots grow. I've been waiting for your call, waiting for you to wake up your mind and share some time with me. What does my life really want? What does my life really need? Enlighten me, treat me like a storybook, a Casanova. I'd be in love with you and never let you go. If you feel the same way about me, just let go. Don't feel that yearning deep down inside you. Don't you know you feel the same? We having hate the games we play. Let's start slow. And if you feel the same way about me, just let go. Don't fear the yearning deep down inside you. Don't you know we feel the same? We effing hate the games we play. Let's start slow. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, baby. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow. We'll let our roots grow. Let our roots grow. Growing in which direction never really matters, just as long as you're always expanding. Find a pearl of wisdom to behold before it's too late. But you're never too old. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow. Let's start slow. But let our roots grow, baby. Let's start slow. Let our roots grow. Let our roots grow. Let our roots grow. Let's start slow. Let's start slow. Let's start slow. Let our roots grow. Let our roots grow. Let our roots grow. Let's start slow. Let our roots grow. So we gotta let our roots grow, and we have to start slow, guys. And that's what I talk to you all about all the time on Real Talk. You got to be yourself, but you got to let it take time. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to find yourself immediately. You're going to have to look. You're going to have to stand in the mirror. And you have to face that. Whatever that is that you're looking at, you got to face it. And don't be afraid of what comes back at you. Listen to what's going on. Hear what your mind and what your heart is telling you. I don't think we do that enough. I think we get scared and then we immediately change the subject in our minds. We change the subject and we move on to something else. And I think you're doing a disservice to yourself. I told you the other day, sometimes you got to just let everything that you're feeling out and you will feel better. You'll feel lighter. I often talk to you about how holding all of this in is where sickness and illness comes from. Don't be a statistic. Be a positive. Be that statistic is, hey, I went through my whole life and I didn't let that affect me. I knew it was there. I understood it was there. I respected the fact that it was there, and I still forged forward with my own positivity. That's what I want you to do, guys. We're going to start slow, and we'll let our roots grow together. I love that song. I wrote that song many years ago, and I have a really cool acoustic version of that that's going to be on the Empire Strikes Back album, and I will drop that very soon. But you know what? I kind of like this format. I had someone the other day said, I really like what you're doing. And then they said they really liked a song that I was singing. And I said, why haven't I put the two together yet? Why isn't my podcast live talk and live acoustic music? It is tonight. Okay, so just so you know, I've got podcasts 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 recorded. This is probably 16 actually. And I just haven't had time to work on them because it's just been busy lately. So I'm going to get to them, but I'll probably drop this one since it's live. You guys are going to hear this one now, but it will be available on iTunes as well. And hopefully some other good stuff happens tonight so you can say, I listened in and saw that performance, and now I can listen to it in my car while I drive around. So I didn't have a game plan as far as songs to play tonight. I did want to just play Let's Start Slow. I thought about that the other day, and I said, this is what it reminds me of. I mean, I've been coming on every day for 2.5 months, and I come out and put my soul out every single day. And I said, you know what? I figure people would want to hear someone doing that. But 3 months, 3 months in, I got 343 followers on Instagram. It's not it's hard to get people to see what you're doing. I'm realizing that. I think you have to pay for followers. I don't know. I'm not sure how it works, but I've been doing it organically. I started with 0, and I'm up to 343. And even though it's such a small group, those people are really great, and they really support me, and they have really nice comments, and they keep boosting me and saying, keep going. And that's all I want. I'm not expecting everybody to tune in, but I want you guys to just come back and say, you know what? That's fine. As long as you're putting yourself out there. I don't agree with everything you're saying, but you're being you. That's all I want. I want to just be me and have you guys say it's okay to do that. And you know what? Even if you don't, I'm going to keep doing it. My whole life, I told you guys, I kind of stopped myself right before I would let the full, that giant within I'm always talking to you about that we all have. Right before I'm about to totally let it out of the cage, I just stop myself. I'd be like, oh my goodness, someone's going to say, what is Mark doing? He's crazy. Crazy's good, guys. Not in a weird crazy, but creative crazy is good. You got to think outside the box. That's just the way it is. So, okay, we're going to continue playing music for you, but it's real talk GigBox style tonight. And that's what I'm so excited about. I see some people on my, I started wearing glasses when I was 36. This is just a funny real talk side story. So I never needed glasses my entire life. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at my screen. And I started working real estate when I was 28. Yeah, 28. And I start doing full time in front of the screen. Because me, I've been doing this I'm a full force type of guy. If I do something, I commit to it, and I'm persistent, and I don't give up until I get to whatever this is telling me to get to. And I'm not even close right now with this. But in general, with real estate, I got in, I just jumped right in. I loved it. I'm dealing with people. I'm helping people. That's what my whole life has been geared towards. I didn't realize, each time I'm doing something in my career, music, I'm writing songs to help people, songs that have lyrics that can help people. And then I'm in real estate trying to help people. And now I'm doing real talk, and I just want to help the whole world. And I realize I can't do that. I'm not going to be able to do that by myself. It's up to you to take these messages out there and say, look, I feel really good after I watched this. And now I'm going to go pass it on to this guy. I'm going to pass it on to her. And hopefully she takes it. And, look, it's a wave. You ever go to a football game and all of a sudden you see people, they're doing the wave, and it's just such an energy builder. Everybody's like, yeah, they just jump and they get the, whoa. That's what this is, guys. Take it. Take the energy and go with it. I'm going to keep playing some music for you guys. This is kind of cool. So we got a little mix tonight. If you guys have anything you want me to play, I'll take a little, in between this one and the next Real Talk moment, I'll try to move forward and see. I think I see my buddy Lara on there. And I think I see Laura, but I can't read any of it right now. So I'm going to get to that. But hold on, let me play a track. I really liked last time I did that Take Me to the River. And I played it with like the bass, the rhythm, and the lead all at once. And sang. And the GigBox. And it was kind of cool. And I haven't done it in a while, so it may not be very good. But why not try it for you? So guys, this is Mark Pires. It's Real Talk style on the GigBox. A little bit of everything tonight. I think that's what this show is going to be. Treat me like you do. After all the pain that you put me through, took away my money, my cigarette, my sweet 16, I will never forget. I wanna know, won't you tell me? I wanna hear you say, take me to the river, washing me down, take me to the water. I've got my feet on the ground, I've got my feet on the ground. Washing me down, take me to the water. No, got my feet on the ground. I've got my feet on the ground. Feet on the ground. Treat me like you do. After all the pain that you put me through, take away my money, my cigarettes, my sweet 16, I will never forget. I wanna know, won't you tell me? Oh yeah, I wanna hear you say, take me to the river, washing me down, take me to the water. Yeah, I've got my feet on the ground. I've got my feet on the ground. Take me to the river, washing me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take me to the water. I've got my feet on the ground. I've got my feet on the ground. So, I don't know. A little Take Me to the River action. Haven't played that in a while. Hold on, I can grab my coffee. Now, most people have like a normal size coffee. This is my coffee cup. I guess it's part of where I get my energy, is I get a nice big cup of great coffee. I love coffee. Who's out there loves coffee? Let's hear it. Come on. Coffee? Exactly. Coffee. It's amazing. Especially, you got to get the beans, guys. You got to just get the beans and then grind it. And the smell, the aroma. I love the aroma. It's unbelievable. It's 10:45. I brewed a nice... It's the size of my head, guys. It's the size of my head. So this is Real Talk. I'm kind of enjoying doing this Real Talk GigBox style. Are you guys liking this? Is this cool for you? Let's see. Larry, you want me to have some I don't really drink, but I do like my coffee. So let's see. I'm going to play for you guys still, but I want to keep the Real Talk going. The point of tonight is not just music. I usually come on and just play music for you, but I'm not doing that tonight. I'm coming on to talk to you about life. Talk to you about what are you doing with your life? What am I doing with my life? And how can we improve that? You know, I see a lot of areas where I can improve. I think I'm loud. I'm seeing notes that I'm being loud. And then I just got to... I'm seeing notes from my wife that it's really loud upstairs. So I'm going to try to keep it down. So maybe we'll do a little more real talk than playing music. I'll play a little song or do something a little more acoustic and relaxed for the next one so I don't wake the kids up. So we'll take the energy down a level. Let me see. I wonder if I should put this down for a second and chat with y'all. See, look, guys, when you get texts from your amazing wife asking you to please keep it down, you keep it down, all right? I told you, you want to make people happy in this world. It's not about what you want. It's about what they want. And if you can make them happy, then you will be happy. And I truly believe that is the way life is. And I've got these awesome kids, and I think the same thing. I try my best to make them happy. And then I find that they go out of their way to make me happy because they see how much I love them and what I do for them. So it's just like the same thing with everything in life. So I can't see. She keeps sending me notes here. She's probably telling me to play another song. What song do you want me to play? You know what I wanted to do? And if I could ever get my wife to do this with me, it would be so cool. That song from the Lady Gaga song, the one with Bradley Cooper. Because it's such a great song. I'd love to just rock that out and have her come in the background and sing. I mean, I don't know if she would ever do that, but that would be pretty cool. Little duet, you know? That's a great song. And if she won't, then I'm going to just sing both parts. And I'll horribly butcher the part of Lady Gaga. But I would love to get her to do that because she's got a gorgeous voice. And I think that would be a lot of fun. So anyway, are you guys enjoying this format tonight? Let me see. I'm going to walk closer, see if I can answer some questions since we're live together. Hold on. Where? That's my buddy. What do we got here? Hi, Laura. Rafa. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, my wife wants me to play her favorite song for her, which I will. I'm going to close this down so I don't have to keep looking at people on the other side sending things. So I will play a very pretty song for you. And this is one of my wife's favorite songs that I've written. And, you know, this is just to give you a little backstory on this. I think I shared this on episode 1 or 2 of the podcast. So if you haven't checked out the podcast yet, just go to iTunes, type in Mark Pires, and by the time you get to Real Talk, you should see it. Just subscribe. This is episode 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16. I'm not sure which one yet. I think it's going to be 12 because we might as well drop this puppy tomorrow. I'm just going to see. I'll just take the file. Whew. Actually, I don't know how to do that. I was supposed to record this. Uh-oh. All right. Well, maybe this is a live podcast on Facebook. That's all it's going to be. But I will play you this song that I played on episode 2 or 1 or 2, and it's called I Need to Be Alone. And anybody that knows me from when I was young, when I was writing songs at the beginning of time, 18, 19 years old, I was writing songs like feverishly. I was writing like 2 songs a week. I mean, I was really flying through. And when I was, I think, 18 or 18 and a half, and I was cheated on, I wrote 2 songs in one night. And this is the final song. The first song is kind of like not appropriate to listen to ever. And if you do listen to it, you have to keep in mind that I was like an 18-year-old, young man scorn. And I wrote this song immediately afterwards. And it's probably the greatest song in history about that happening to somebody. So whether you're a girl or a guy, it's all happened to you. And so anyway, I wrote this one right after that. It's called I Need to Be Alone. Traveling eastward with the wind at my back, and I'm leaving. And there's no turning back, all alone. And that's okay with me. Stand with the crowd, few follow proud, and the memories fall like these droplets from my eyes. I'm waiting for something so pure, and I'm needing, and I'm bleeding inside, but I know there's always a brand new day, and it's not that far away, and there's nothing left to say. I need to be alone. I need to be alone. La 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 la. And I'm standing on my own. I need to be alone. I need to be alone. La, da, la, da, la, da, I need to be alone. La, 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 da, la, da, I need to be alone. La, da, la, da, la, da, I need to be alone. Same faces, same people, same hours, same moments keep following me along, and I can't get away. No, I can't get away from me. I'm broken down. I need to be alone. I need to be alone. I need to be alone. I need myself again. I feel like I'm finding myself again. I need to be alone. So that's one of my wife's favorite songs. And with good cause. It's a great song. Good reason. Oh. So I remember when I wrote that last line really got me, because I feel like I'm finding myself again. And I feel like that's important. That line is almost the tie-in for the entire outlook of my life from that moment on. And actually, if you happen to find that song, it's called Gabrielle. I don't think you should seek it out. But if you do, just keep in mind, again, remember the first time that happened to you, and then just say, oh yeah. I used to play that song at bars, at clubs, and women would scream out for me to play it. But it's the most, like, I've had other women say, like, that's the most disparaging song in the world. No, it's when you get hurt like that and you're an artist, you respond. You respond with words and you respond with passion. And I did, believe me. But it's a funny song too. There's like a rap in it and everything. But it killed that album though. I actually pulled it off the album. I've got CDs with it on there, but it's got swears in it, and I can't sell that. So unfortunately, if you do find it and you like it, I do have albums with it, and I'm happy to give you the album. Just I can't in good conscience sell it with that song on there. I got 3 kids now. I mean, obviously when I was 18, 19, I wasn't sure what was going to happen when I was 40, but that song was, Julia's on right now. She remembers that song. That song was pretty powerful, and it led to I Need to Be Alone. And I always say one song will lead to the next song, and they're all great, but sometimes you forget about a good one because you're always seeking the next one. And it kind of is a terrible thing, because some of the best songs I ever wrote, I never played out for people because I was always writing the next song, and you're always playing the music you're working on. So I would play I had these core set of songs I would play, but I had 100 songs. I'd play these same 15 or 20 whenever I'd play a venue. I was playing 2-hour, 3-hour shows, but I'd play the same set of songs. And only now that I'm doing the GigBox for you and Real Talk, am I starting to pull these songs out and say, oh, geez, I can't believe I left that one on the shelf for so long. Like In the Dark. If you guys didn't hear the 9th or 10th episode of my podcast on iTunes yet, got to check that one out, because In the Dark is like, man, that's a powerful tune. Hold on a second. I just want to... That thing's giving me a glare on my glasses, which you guys are probably like, why has he got a glare on his glasses? But anyway, In the Dark, hot tune. That thing is on the 9th or 10th album, or 9th or 10th podcast. And, look, I'm rediscovering all of these songs I wrote 20 years ago, and they're having new meanings to me. And they meant something back then, but now I've got like a whole new feeling about where I am in my life now. And it's funny how something you'd write for a different, 20 years, I was a 20-year-old, and now 40, I'm looking at these words and they're hitting me in a different way. Even when I listen to I Need to Be Alone and I hear that last line again, because I feel like I'm finding myself again. I keep telling you guys, you got to know who you are. You got to connect with your authentic self, and then you got to give that to the world. This world is starved for love. It's starved. I see so much just like, what I can't stand is walking down the road and just seeing bitter people everywhere. And it's constant. That's life. It's like I walk down the street and all I see is bitter people everywhere. And that's why, when I get on to do Real Talk, it's about positivity. Everything I want is about being positive. Take it and do what you will, but there's too much negativity out there, guys. And I tell you all the time, you can focus on, there's too much to focus on. That's why you shouldn't focus on any of it. You got to let it roll off these shoulders. Tracy, from my colleague, she said something the other day that when you do something for 21 days, it becomes habit. And it becomes just like routine. It becomes like you're comfortable with it. So try for the next 21, I said for 40 days for Lent. Instead of giving something up, I wanted you to give something. I wanted you to give something of yourself to the world. You know, I do it every day, but I want you to do that. I want you to go out of your house and walk out there with a smile, thinking that you're going to help someone today. You're going to do something to make someone's life better. And you could do it or you don't have to, but I'll tell you, it makes me feel great every time I see someone smile after I do something. One small action can change someone's day. One small action, one small gesture. A kind smile can change someone's day. It could change my day. I've seen it before. I've been feeling a certain way and someone says, "Hi, how are you?" with a smile. And all of a sudden, you know, what am I thinking about? We got to do more of that, guys. We got to just try to recenter. Remember, this is the moment. Everything that we have in our heads has already happened. It's gone. Can't change it. All you could do is reflect on it, but reflect for a moment and get back to the moment. Get back to this moment. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, guys. So I want to share something with you. I talk about songs that sat on the shelf and should have seen the light of day, and they never really did. And this is a song called Dreaming Life, and I hope I remember all the lyrics because I wrote it when I was about 19 years old. This is one of the first 10 songs I wrote. And I can't believe I never played this out. Check this tune out. Facing backwards, I push my work aside, open up another door, close my eyes and an ocean of clouds appear, open up, I'm blind. You tell me reality's just a state. I tell me my mind has lost its mind. Thank heavens I'm a super freak. Where did I see this place before? It holds the answers to my head. Chasing freedom, knocking at my door, visions in my head. I've dreamt of freedom and I've slept inside the beast. The future opens my eyes. You tell me that I am dreaming life. I tell me to dream a dreamer's dream. Thank heavens I am just a freak. Where did I see this place before? It holds the answers to my head. Dreaming life, I'm dreaming life, I'm dreaming life. Dreaming life, I'm dreaming life, I am dreaming life. I really got to get the lyrics for that, guys. I do not remember it at all. So, but that's the chord progression. So anyway, we'll play that one next time if I can get the chords in front of me. Do I see Rano on? Is that my boy Rano on too? Adriano's on, Julia's on. This is cool, guys. I appreciate you being on. So this is the first official Mark Pires Real Talk GigBox style. I've never done it where I put the whole thing into one show. But I think I'm going to start doing my podcast this way. This is supposed to be the first official live GigBox podcast, but I forgot to push record on the on the multi-track. So maybe I'll have to figure out how to get the audio from here, and I'm not sure if that's possible, but anyway. So we're chatting, guys, and we're playing. I'm giving you a little background into some of these songs. And if you haven't been checking out Real Talk at all, it's a daily vlog. I come on every single day, and I hit Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Periscope, and did I miss anything? Twitter and Periscope are kind of the same thing now, and then YouTube. I usually end up on YouTube, and guys, honestly, by the time I get there, I'm kind of beat because this takes a lot out of me, especially when I get to Periscope or Instagram. Sometimes they go to 9:50. A couple last week were like 19 minutes. Because when I get people on, all of a sudden I just want to keep going. I just want to keep going and keep talking. Who's that? My buddy. Rano, you want to hear anything specific, bud? You got to let me know. But I really enjoy when people come on and ask me questions. I've always said I let this speak for me, and every day when I come on to talk about a topic, it's all in real time. I don't plan out what's going to be said. You know, one of my mentors said only a gifted few could wing it. I never wing it. I have an extreme plan. It's an extreme plan, which is to just let this speak. And I know that seems like winging it, but it's not. This has always led me, and the words have always come out. And when I'm writing, they've always come out. I don't know. You know, I used to say it's not me. I don't know where they come from. Some of these songs, I wrote them so cool. I Need to Be Alone. I wrote that song in like 30 seconds. It flew. It's just like, wow. I wrote that music and the song came right out of me. And same with Gabrielle. And there's at least 15 to 20 of the 100 plus songs I wrote that flew out of me. And they are probably to date the best songs I ever wrote. Because I didn't have to think about them. I didn't have to try to get all creative and wordsmithish. They just came right out, and they're perfect the way they were. So that's why I like to do Real Talk this way. I don't like to come on and write anything down. I don't think it makes sense to do that unless you're someone who needs to be scripted. If you are so nervous that I need to know what I'm going to say at every second, go ahead. I don't like that. I want to come on and be real. That's why it came out of me the first like Real Talk or the second Real Talk. I got to look back and see where I said this is Mark Pires and this is Real Talk. It just came out of me one day, and because that's all I know how to be. Just let this come out, and then it's real every time. My clients appreciate that. You know, the same guy you see here is who works with every real estate client. That's how I talk to people. Everybody who's a seller or a buyer, they get the truth. I can't stand the people that are in the business of telling people what they want to hear. I only tell people what they need to hear. And that's for you guys too. You know, life is short. 40 years of my life I went before I started doing Real Talk. That's why I know I can't stop now, guys. I got to keep going. Something inside of me is telling me just keep going. Just like last week, I said, you know, maybe I got to put this together. GigBox and Real Talk. It should be one thing. All right, so I have to figure out what to play for you now. Nobody asked me to play a specific song. Let's see, Rana, you got anything on there? All right, I'm going to play you another tune here. I kind of want to, let's think about this. This is where winging it doesn't make sense. Like I didn't have an idea for music tonight. I was just like, I'm going to play Let's Start Slow because that's what I feel like Real Talk's been for people. Like we got to start slow and let our roots grow. Okay, what's going on? What are we doing? Oh, this guy's putting his soul out there? I don't know about that. This guy's putting his soul out there. This guy's crazy. Yes. Be you. Let it out. Let it out. And if someone has a problem with it, then they're not your friend. And they don't really, you know, why would you care about somebody who's going to have something that's not going to help you? There are plenty of people out there who will support your vision. You just got to be open to it. And you have to be open to understanding the people that are not. I often tell you, when you start shaking things up, that's when you find out who your real friends are. That's when you find out the people who really care about you. Because the truth comes out. My wife always says, when people show you who they are, believe them. And I've been believing the heck out of them. I've been believing the heck out of everything I see. And I got to tell you guys, it's like amplified. I came up with a new slogan for Real Talk. Amplifying your current state. That's what Real Talk is. It's amplifying your current state. And I just realized we got to start amplifying everything we do to the max. we've got to do that. And that's why I feel like this energy when I'm on with you, I just like, let's amplify our current state. Let's take where we are and let's just go to the next level. I know it's within you. I get there every time we're on together. I'm like, man, I'm there. I just need more people. I think on one of the podcasts, I issued a challenge. You guys got to go back to these podcasts, especially the last couple have been really topic specific. I went into a lot of stuff with kids in the internet and scary stuff that I found out, and participation trophies and all kinds of things. But the beginning, there's music there's music episodes, but at the beginning, I remember was talking about a little bit more specific stuff personally, So I don't know. You got to go back and check it all out. It's all great stuff. But I don't know. Let me get some music in here. I'm going to play a song called You. So I walk along this road, this path that you have made. And though the fall was settling, the wind began to rain. Reflecting thoughts of innocence, no reason to complain. Maybe things will open up, we'll sleep in peace, the thoughts of me and you. Oh, and this love will guide us through the nights. Our hearts' love burns, deeper love and deeper love. My heart seems to grow when I'm with you. With you, na 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 na. We don't know. With you. Fight it. This love feels right. Our bodies are up as one. Look for our time and say my goodbye. So, guys, I don't know. I'm just playing some tracks for you. These are all originals. Maybe I should play another cover, Oh. So, hope you guys are enjoying this format tonight. I got my podcast mic, my Neumann. I love this mic. It's a great mic. And it really covers my entire face. So, there's no requests, huh? I mean, not that I know anything that you want me to play, but there's no songs where you're like, hey, do you know? I do have a song here on the ground that I may be able to play for you, and it's a really cool tune. Now, if I remember how this goes, I think I do. Now, everybody loves this band, and probably one of the greatest bands in history. And this is a good example. This is a good real talk moment. These guys came out of nowhere and then took over. Like literally they took over, and it was an example of how music can change lives and change the world. Hold on. This is an example of how music can change the world and how 4 guys from Liverpool can create something that, 50 years later, 60 years later, is still massive. People still are so in love with the Beatles. And their music is just timeless. Even this song, just check out how great this song is. Now I have to read lyrics from Off the Ground that are very small, so I'll do my best here. This has got to be tuned. It's just terrible, guys. That's it. We're good. See? It wasn't very bad. You guys know what's coming? I've played this song before, so you may know it. And I love them now that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I don't know why, but guys, I can't read it off the ground with this big microphone in my face. We're gonna have to do that next time. I'm gonna have to get them and put them right here so I can read them and get them bigger, because I can't read. Let me see. It goes, I don't know why nobody told you how to unfold your love. I don't know how someone controlled you. They bought and sold you. Look at you work, and I notice it is turning, while my guitar gently weeps. With every mistake, we must surely be learning. Still my guitar gently weeps. gently weaves. Guys, we're going to do that song next time when I actually know it. So this is why we stick to the originals on Mark Pires Real Talk, because I don't know any of these other songs. I like them, but I don't know how they go. I'm looking at sheet music on the ground, and by sheet music I mean tablature, and by tablature I mean chords, and by chords I mean chords and lyrics on a page that are about that yay big. So anyway, we try, and next time we'll try and we'll do better. But this is Real Talk. It is 11:21 on Saturday night, and we may have to call this a night. I just got a notification on my phone that my wife needs my help upstairs. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a little outro here, and then I just really tonight wanted to show you guys what the podcast was like. Get on here, we chat a little bit, throw a little music into the mix, and, you know, an hour goes by before you know it. So please go and subscribe on iTunes, take a listen, and tag some friends, especially for the daily vlog. You know, we're coming on here to share some positivity with you. So I hope you guys take it into your day and you give it to people around. You know, I don't know what else I could say besides that. I really appreciate you guys checking this out tonight. And if it wasn't so late, I'd keep going. But I got a family asleep upstairs. So very quickly, I will tell you, the point of this was to show you guys the GigBox. I didn't really talk much about it except for at the very beginning. But it is this. And you can use your hands and feet. Remember I was telling you that? Check this out. You can use both feet, but it's got omnitone. It's just this cool thing I invented. You know, like no matter where you hit it, it sounds different. No matter where you hit it, it sounds different. Ready? Those are just the front sections. Then you got that's just one side. Then you got the other side, and so really, it's got so much for you if you're a musician, but if you happen to know anybody who's special needs and autism, it is also a sensory therapy drum like this. I feel that go through my body, and all of that just comes through you. So the idea that everything sounds different, that also correlates to feeling different. Every single time you hit it, it feels different from the previous time, depending on where you're hitting it. So, you know, sensory is a huge deal for anyone with a special need, because they feel things a lot stronger than we do. Just they're more sensitive to it. So something like that may just make their entire body vibrate. I don't know, but it's going to help people, and that's what Real Talk is about: is helping people. It's about helping anybody who wants to listen, and the GigBox is going to do the same thing. And I tell you guys, I think it's interesting how sometimes you create something with one idea in mind, and it winds up being something so much bigger. But the only way you'll find that out is if you go full force and you explore. You have to explore. I saw a beautiful quote today. There's this guy who's got so many followers. I see all these motivational people. I'm just checking them out. This guy's amazing. I see one of his quotes. He said, I fail on 3 things before you do 1. I thought that was brilliant. He fails doing 3 things before we go and do 1 thing. You got to give it a shot. You got to keep giving it a shot. Told you, don't be worried about hearing the word no. We've all heard it many times in our lives. It's fine to hear the word no. In fact, it should motivate you to get up and go tomorrow and try to get your yes. There's a yes around the corner. You have to keep telling yourself that. Don't ever get down on yourself. You got to walk in there with your head high, with your chest out, and you got to know who you are and give people the truth. That is where you get somewhere. I told you, we are, as human beings, we have such amazing BS detectors. All of us. We have this ability to see right through. And believe me, don't be that guy who thinks, oh, I got to pass them again. Ooh, they didn't know that I lied right to their face. Yes, they did. They knew. You have that same ability. And you're probably listening right now and you're like, yeah, he's right. Sometimes someone tries to throw something by me and they think they're so slick, but I knew they were doing it. Yes, we all know. That's this inner street smart these street smarts that we all have. You know, you could always sense the way people feel towards you. And, you know, that's why I say just put positivity out there and then don't let anything else affect that. Just put the positivity out there. And really anybody who wants to accept that is someone you want to hang out with. That's it. You got to be very choosy with who you hang out with in this life. And people who take your energy away from you and make you feel terrible and make you feel small, those aren't the people you want to be with. You want to be the people that make you feel 6'4". I'm 6 foot. I want someone who's going to make me feel 6'4". Someone who gets behind and says, wow, keep doing what you're doing. Someone who pumps me up. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who support what's going on. I have a lot of people that do that. Keep being you. Keep doing you. That's all I'm asking for you guys. Go out there and be yourselves every single day. This is Mark Pires. I got to get the music on. Hold on a second. Hold on. We got to be official here, guys. We got to be official here. Of course, this is not where it's supposed to be. It's not lined up. It's not lined up, guys. Hold on a second. Because if we do this, this will be pretty cool. I'm going to do it like this. It's Mark Pires, and it's Real Talk. So that's just going to be the intro and outro every time, guys. You get something to live for on the way in and on the way out. And I'll just thank you for coming for the night. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evenings. And it's officially 11:30, so I wasn't planning on coming on this long, but I did want you to get a feel of the podcast. So go over to iTunes. Go to iTunes, subscribe to Mark Pires Real Talk. And I'm going to put this on as soon as I can figure out how to extract the audio from the video. But I will see you tomorrow on the next Real Talk. I will be at 115 Dingletown Road in Greenwich tomorrow. And I declared to the universe last week that I was going to sell that house, and it didn't happen. Now, there is someone still interested, but it didn't happen yet. So tomorrow I'll be back there. And I don't know if that means it happens immediately. I did declare it, and I'm going to go back there tomorrow. I'm going to try to sell it tomorrow. So if you're in Greenwich looking for a deal, this is quite a property. 115 Dingletown Road. Go check it out. And please check out the GigBox at gigboxstar.com. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It's Mark Pires, and it's Real Talk.